Oh boy, we're finally on the second half of the entire rankings. This is gonna be great. So last time we stopped off at the year 1947. For this part we are gonna wrap up the 1940s and go into the 1950s. And we're also gonna wrap up the classic Looney Tunes era too. But as always, I rank each episode on a 0 out of 10 scale, 0 being worst, 10 being the best. And the rankings are based on my personal opinion. So if you disagree with me with any of these rankings, please leave a comment down below with positive feedback. And I can help you out with it in the best way possible, but please be nice with the comments. And I'm totally fine with your opinions on the cartoons too. But anyways, let's get started. Number 501, Crowin' Pines. Foghorn Leghorn back at it again, eh? We begin the second half with a Foghorn Leghorn and Sylvester Ivory. And this one is kind of funny too, 8 out of 10. Number 502, A Pest in the House. I like how this cartoon works out, another one of Chuck Jones's takes on how Bob Clampett would do Daffy Duck, despite Bob Clampett leaving the studio. But the gags are really good, fast paced and well done, so this is a 9 out of 10. Number 503, The Foxy Duckling. I don't like this cartoon, I don't hate it, I just don't like it. The fox wants duck feathers, he doesn't want to eat him, which makes him weird and strange. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 504, House Hunting Mice. Take suburban houses of the 1950s, but make it futuristic. This is like doggone modern in a way, and I definitely wouldn't want to be friends with someone who slaps me all the time. And this is the first Warner Brothers cartoon in Color since 1934, since some cartoons from the studio were done in Color to save money. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 505, Little Earth and Airedale. This is better than Porky's Pooch, but not the greatest cartoon entirely focused on talking dogs. This one reminds me of Porky's Pooch, but is remade in color and based around a different plot. And this is also the first appearance of Charlie the dog. Charlie is a bit retarded, I guess. But anyways, this is a 7 out of 10. Number 506, Doggone Cats. Let's review. There are 4 Color cartoons so far, including this one. The 4 Color cartoons we got so far are Honeymoon Hotel, Beauty and the Beast, House Hunting Mice, and Doggone Cats. But this wasn't very good, albeit a bit mediocre, but still, Arthur Davis should do better with his cartoons. This is a 6 out of 10. Number 507, Slick Hair. I've seen better Bugs Bunny cartoons than this one. This is another one of cartoons that feature the stupid Hollywood caricatures. But let me tell you, the way Humphrey Bogart was portrayed in this cartoon is pretty dumb, don't you think? And we see Bugs and Elmo fight in there again, as usual. But this is kinda 7.5 out of 10. Number 508, Mexican Joyride. Not a good cartoon due to the Mexican stereotypes. So Daffy goes to Mexico just to burn his mouth with spicy food, get drunk on tequila, and go on a bullfight. This one is filled with unfunny and stupid gags. This is a 3 out of 10. Number 509, Catch as Cats Can. This features yet another character who parodies Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby. I don't like this one honestly, but it can do better. But seriously, when will these caricatures stop? This is a 4.5 out of 10. Number 510, A Horsefly Flees. Color cartoon number 5. And to be honest, I hate this cartoon. Plus, Robert Mackinson had to go around, surprise us, and ruin a Bob Clampett cartoon. This is fucking stupid. I've seen more bad cartoons than good cartoons lately, and I wonder if it's why Looney Tunes is getting worse, or it's becoming a mixed bag. Also, why does the main character sound like Tweety Bird for some reason? This is a 2 out of 10. Number 511, Gorilla My Dreams. Not really a fan of this short. I mean, yeah, it's pretty forgettable and all that, but still, this cartoon is not my forte because it's about Bugs Bunny causing a fight with a gorilla. This is a 6 out of 10. Number 512, Two Gophers from Texas. Color cartoon number 6. The dog in this cartoon is pretty hilarious, and the goofy gophers are still being goofy as usual. And I think they're in love, I guess. But who knows? This is an 8 out of 10. Number 513, a feather in his hair. Ugh. Not a cartoon where Bugs Bunny fights an Indian. The reason why I give these Native American cartoons low ratings is because of the stereotypical portrayals, but this may or may not be one of the worst Bugs Bunny cartoons I've ever seen. This is a 2 out of 10. Number 514. What makes Daffy Duck? Santa Color cartoon number 7. This cartoon is actually pretty good. Daffy Duck is a really good character, as I keep mentioning. The voice acting is superb and the plot is great, so I give this a 9 out of 10. Number 515. What's brewin', Bruin? The Three Bears are back again. Well, what a shocker. As we'll see more bear cartoons soon. But this cartoon is more bland and mediocre. Well, except in the QUIET gag in there. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 516. Daffy Duck slept here. Is this cartoon straight up focused on hotels or something? Well, this cartoon is also good, including the gags. Well, I don't know about the other Pokey cartoons from that era, but I'll just give it a positive rating. Daffy Duck is still being Daffy Duck, as usual. 9 out of 10. Number 517. A hick, a slick, and a chick. Santa Color cartoon number 8. Well, this one is also not all that good. Yeah, I know we are slowly getting more into the modern era of Looney Tunes, but we haven't seen any actual great ones yet. But this cartoon is pretty much not funny, but at least it has an okay plot. This is a 3 out of 10. Number 518. Back Alley Uproar. This is a remake of Notes to You, but make Sylvester and Elmer Fudd appear in it instead. This one is more comedic and entertaining in a way, and it contains Sylvester singing pop hits and opera instead. This is a perfect kind of humor and a great pairing of Sylvester and Elmer Fudd together. This is like the 42nd 10 out of 10. First one in the second half so far, but we'll get to more. Number 519. I Taught a Putty Tat. Santa Color cartoon number 9. Another pairing of Sylvester and Tweety, but this time Tweety looks a bit tall and more wackio. But we're gonna see more Sylvester and Tweety pairings in the coming parts. And this is a remake of Puss in Booty, but it's Sylvester and Tweety. And it also kind of feels more like Tom and Jerry too in a way. Normally I'd rate this an 8 out of 10, but I'm actually giving it a 6 due to a scene having blackface in it. Number 520. Rabbit Punch. This one is actually pretty creative and comedic in a way. I like the gags and how they're perfectly landed in each direction. And it slightly reminds me of Popeye the Sailor, but with boxing instead. This is a typical Bug Elmer fight cartoon, but don't put Elmer Fudd in it and replace it with a boxer. Bugs is a stinker for this one, not gonna lie. But anyways, this is again the 43rd 10 out of 10. Number 521. Hop, Look, and Listen. This is the first appearance of Hippity Hopper, and from what I know, Hippity Hopper's design kinda looks ugly for a starter, but oh well, it can do better, but this one is decent, so 7 out of 10. Number 522. Nothing But the Tooth. Not my type of cartoon, I tell ya. It's another one that tackles on the California Gold Rush of 1849. Other ones being Gold Rush Days and Gold Diggers of 49. I like the scent of it, but not the Native American portrayals. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 523. Buccaneer Bunny. One of my favorite free-line cartoons out there. This film is quite hilarious in my opinion, and I especially love how Bugs throws Yosemite Sam along the way. Mel Blanc's acting there is wonderful. Final rating, the 44th 10 out of 10. Number 524. Bone Sweet Bone. Sun Color cartoon number 10. And I don't like this one, to be honest. There is a paleontologist in this cartoon who looks like if Elmer Fudd has facial hair. And that paleontologist is very obsessed with, and the only thing he cares about is his bone. This one is slow-paced and not all that good. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 525. Bugs Bunny Rides Again. Back at it again, Yosemite Sam. As we are approaching the modern era, we'll see more Yosemite Sam cartoons in the future parts, but this one is pretty good honestly. There are parts in this cartoon that made me chuckle, and there are some awesome gags perfectly landed in there too. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 526, The Water Rooster. I'm honestly not a fan of Arthur Davis's cartoons, because they're a bit boring, not all that fun, and are also so slow-paced as well. And he kind of reminds me of Chuck Jones before 1942. This cartoon is pretty bad, and the only thing the rooster could be good at is golfing on a farmland. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 527, The Upstanding Sitter. Sand Color Cartoon number 11. I don't like this cartoon, to be honest. Is some of the non-Bugs Bunny cartoons gradually get worse or what? It would be better if someone told Daffy Duck that he's gonna be a babysitter. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 528, The Shell-Shocked Egg. This is the last cartoon from the AAP package, and this is also the last cartoon for the classic era or golden age that we might take a look at. But this is another mediocre one, since it's about turtles and all that. And I kinda don't have an interest in turtles, so this is a 6 out of 10. Number 529, Hail Devil Hail. This is the first cartoon from the more modern era of Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies. But anyways, this is a classic. I've seen it sometimes before, and this also marks the debut appearance of Marvin the Martian, which would later appear in the Duck Dodger series. And this one is also epic too. I like the gags and suspense of it. It's pretty creative too. This is the 45th 10 out of 10. Number 530, You'll Never Duck You. Daffy Duck is really impressive in this cartoon, I suppose. The modern era is starting off really good so far. This is like a crossover between Henry Hawk and Daffy Duck. This is also pretty good in a way, but one problem, Henry Hawk in this cartoon sounds more like Tweety Bird. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 531, Do Re Meow. Santa Color Cartoon number 12. We now enter the post-1948 era, or the modern era, for real this time. This is one of the more better Arthur Davis cartoons, honestly, and also some of the gags don't land well, but still, this is an 8 out of 10. Number 532, Hot Cross Bunny. Well, this is a good cartoon, but there are some parts I didn't like about it. I wouldn't say it's a great one, but Bugs Bunny does some cool moves though, especially during his tap dancing gag. But this is a 9 out of 10. Number 533, The Pest That Came to Dinner. This cartoon is just wacky. It's about a pest dressed as a hunter who invades Porky's house, does some magician tricks or something. He keeps whipping stuff, you know. That pest is so evil that it actually deserves a good rating. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 534, Hair Splitter. Is this the cartoon where Bugs Bunny becomes a simp? No thank you. This cartoon is okay, but a bit decent too in some parts. A perfect cartoon for Valentine's Day. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 535, Order of the Day. Santa Color Cartoon number 13. In my opinion, Pepe Le Pew is one of the characters from Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies that I appreciate the least. All his cartoons so far focus on either love or perfume. Also, I am not interested in romance either. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 536, The Foghorn Leghorn. Another parent of Henry Hawk and Foghorn Leghorn. They both are great characters, although Foghorn Leghorn is more funny, and Henry Hawk can be a bit annoying at times. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 537, Aladdin His Lamp. Don't really like this cartoon, honestly. It's about Bugs fighting some mad caliph over a simple magic lamp. This cartoon is more stupid than funny. And I don't know about the stereotypical portrayals of Arabic and Persian people in this cartoon, honestly. There are much better Bugs cartoons than just this one. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 538, Daffy Duck. Sun Color Cartoon number 14. Another cartoon where Daffy Duck is really impressive. I love the gags in this, and the comedy in there too. All perfectly paced. This is again for 46 10 out of 10. Number 539, Kit for Cat. Not my type, honestly, but anyways, all I can say is this one is not all that good. The gags may not land well, but this is a 7 out of 10. Number 540, The Stupid Salesman. Pretty cool, don't you think? But I honestly don't appreciate the cartoons directed by Arthur Davis that much. Like, I get it, some of his cartoons are boring and not all that fun, but still, this is an 8 out of 10. Number 541, Riff Raffy Daffy. Santa Color cartoon number 15. A good Porky and Daffy cartoon, but I wouldn't say great honestly. I like the gags in this one too. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 542, My Bunny Lives Over the Sea. I actually really like this cartoon. I laughed at some moments of it, especially when he mentions the La Brea Tar Pits. And I actually really like how Bugs does the twirl into that guy. So final rating 9 out of 10. Number 543, Scaredy Cat. We wrap up 1948 with this cartoon in our hands. This is pretty good and it has some good gags and good humor. This is also the first cartoon where Sylvester got his name. This is also pretty suspenseful, but not the best one out there. This is an 8 out of 10. Number 544, White's Quackos. Daffy Duck being Daffy Duck, as usual, no surprise. But this one is really weird, due to Daffy Duck's voice acting and bad celebrity impressions. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 545, Hairdo. Bugs Bunny back at it again. He is always funny as usual, but always, this is not the best Bugs Bunny cartoon out there, but it has good potential. The gags can do better, and this one kinda reminds me of Page Miss Chloe, but it was released in 1949, and the main characters are Bugs and Elmo. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 546, Holiday for Drumsticks. Santa Color cartoon number 16. I don't like this one, but it can need some work. This cartoon is perfect for Thanksgiving, and it's about Daffy Duck tackling on the holiday, but still, this is a 6 out of 10. Number 547, The Awful Orphan. Well, this one is pretty damn funny to be honest. Humor, all perfect and landed pretty well, but a bit too quick, and this is comedic in a good way. This is again for 47th 10 out of 10. Number 548, Porky Chops. Well, this is another good Porky cartoon, but he works as a lumberjack this time. But I know and have seen better Porky cartoons than that. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 549, Mississippi Hale. Another one of these cartoons focused on the Southern US and Dixie, but I know some of you may disagree, but I really don't like this cartoon due to some of the Civil War and Dixie references, so this is a 3 out of 10. Number 550, Paint the Piper. This cartoon is not my type. Well, I like some of the gags and all that, but this is the Pied Piper, but replace it with Porky. This is like a sequel to Pied Piper Porky in a way. 7 out of 10. Number 551, Daffy Duck Hunt. A pretty solid Porky and Daffy cartoon there. Well, from what I know, this is about Daffy Duck trying to annoy Barnyard Dog, but honestly this can do better. This is an 8 out of 10. Number 552, Rebel Rabbit. This cartoon is a classic, cause I remember this is the cartoon that features a gag where Bugs Bunny chainsaws off Florida. To anyone living in Florida, I apologize that you had to see this. This is not meant to tackle, poke fun out of, or offend Florida. This is the cartoon about Bugs making history, as he tries to change the world, like, actually change the world. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 553, Mouse Wreckers. Another solid entry in the Looney Tunes catalog. This is Chuck Jones's parody of the movie Gaslight, starring Charles Boyle and Ingrid Bergman. But these mouses are too goofy. This is an 8 out of 10. Number 554, Hi Dive and Hale. This cartoon is another classic. This is about Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny trying to put on a circus act or high diving act. But it keeps getting more entertaining, and it's also pretty comedic too at the same time. I love the gags in there, all perfectly timed. This is for 48th 10 out of 10. Number 555, The Bee-Devil Bruin. Here we are again with the Three Bears. To be honest with you, this is yet another great one from the archives. The animation, plot, story, and voice acting is good. The ending gets me sometimes, but yet still an interesting one. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 556, Cone Razor. I didn't expect this cartoon to be about suicide. The beginning was just solid, well, until the ending, where the fox commits suicide by drinking gasoline and lighting a match on it, which is depressing. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 557, Bowery Bugs. The only entry in Bugs' series directed by Arthur Davis. And I don't like this one. This one is about Bugs Bunny trolling someone until they end up suicidal in the ending, where he jumps off a Brooklyn Bridge. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 558, Mouse Mazurka. Not my type. This one is another mediocre one in the set list, since I really don't like how this cartoon is set up and how the gags in there go. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 559, Long-Haired Hare. This cartoon is an absolute classic, and it's one of the greatest Looney Tunes cartoons of all time, and another one of my favorites, but not my all-time favorite. I like everything about it, including how creative and well done this is. This is again the 49th 10 out of 10. Number 560, Henhouse Henry. Another pretty solid entry in the catalog. This is about Falcon Lecone doing his usual shenanigans, while Henry Hawk does some too with the Barnyard Dog. I'm not quite a fan of Falcon Lecone cartoons though, so this is an 8 out of 10. Number 561, Knights Must Fall. Imagine Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but predicted by Fritz Freleng. Well, the gags don't roll, but it'll do for now. But this cartoon is a decent one. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 562, Battle Putty Tat. Back again with the Sylvester and Tweety cartoons, but now we see Tweety's new and modern look. But we also see Tweety repeatedly abusing Sylvester, cause that's what she usually does. This cartoon is also pretty funny at the same time. 8.5 out of 10. Number 563, The Greyhounded Hare. This is just like Tortoise Beats Hare, but Bugs Bunny is competing in the dog race instead. And there are a lot of good gags in there. But I wouldn't exactly say this is my favorite Bugs cartoon. 9 out of 10. Number 564, Often an Orphan. Sorry, the dog sounds like Bugs Bunny, as I said. Also, I have to tell you that they predicted the September 11th attacks in this cartoon, which is pretty surprising, coming from a cartoon released before the World Trade Center was built. This is an 8 out of 10. Number 565, The Windblown Hare. Another good cartoon from the archives. This is like the Three Little Pigs, but Bugs Bunny appears in it instead. And it kinda reminds me of Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears. Perfect gags used in there. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 566, Dough for the Dodo. Santa Color cartoon number 17, and the final one in the list. This is a remake of Porky and Wacky Land, with the same visuals and some different gags in there too, including the rubber band one. This cartoon is perfect from start to finish. It has spectacular animation, and I love all the chaos, suspense, and everything else about this. I also love the genre of surrealism. You can just simply rewatch it from start to finish, every time it plays without a problem. This is the 50th 10 out of 10 for the series. I love this. Number 567, Fast and Furious. Here it is, guys. The debut appearance of one of my favorite Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies characters of all time, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. And this is a really great start for the series. I love all the gags in this one, and I also love the creativity in this one and how well they did. This is the 51st 10 out of 10. Number 568, Each Dawn I Crow. I don't know if I'm being right or not, but this could be the most morbid cartoon I've ever saw. And it's pretty dope too if you ask me, and it's also pretty good at the same time, so this is a 9 out of 10. Number 569, Frigid Hare. Since winter is here, now is the perfect time for me to review this cartoon. Plus, it's only about 2 days until Christmas, by the time this video came out. But this cartoon is about Bugs Bunny rescuing a penguin in the South Pole, but I kinda don't like this one too, since it's also about Bugs Bunny fighting a possible racist Eskimo caricature. This is a 4 out of 10. Number 570, Swallow the Lido. Sylvester the cat, but he's more chubby, anyone? Cause I think that's what this cartoon is. I have nothing else to say, so this is a 5 out of 10. Number 571, Bye Bye Bluebeard. A really good cartoon for Halloween, and it has some good horror, and some suspense, and a great plot to it. Porky's binge eating is suddenly interrupted by a mouse, and then a serial killer. How amusing. Perfect cartoon violence and perfect gags. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 572, For Sentimental Reasons. Probably the best Pepe Le Pew cartoon out there. Pepe Le Pew still likes his fashion and perfume obsession, but I'm also surprised this cartoon won an Oscar too, and I also like the plot to it and the gags. But this is a good cartoon, so this is a 9 out of 10. Number 573, Hippity Hoppo. A remake of Hop, Look, and Listen, but with, in my opinion, the same things as the cartoon I mentioned. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 574, Which is Which? This is one of the worst Looney Tunes cartoons I've ever seen. The reason why I said this is because there is a racial black stereotypical witch doctor which Bugs Bunny is going against. But thankfully it's not as racist as Tokyo and Jungle Jitters, but still, the way the witch doctor looks makes me give this the lowest rating I've ever gotten. Also, not to mention, his talking is pretty offensive to that race too, so this is getting a 0 out of 10. Number 575, Bare Feet. Back again with the 3 bears, eh? But honestly, this one is decent and kinda bad. Papa Bear acting like a baby shouldn't be at it. And honestly, this is the most violent cartoon I have ever seen. Maybe this cartoon is also way too fast-paced too. This is a 5 out of 10. Number 576, Rabbit Hood. Perfect parody of Robin Hood. This cartoon has really great gags and creativity in how it's done, but overall this is a really good cartoon. Give this for 52nd 10 out of 10. Number 577, A Ham in a Roll. And we wrap up the 1940s with this cartoon. Honestly, this one is entertaining. Some parts remind me of Duck Amuck before Duck Amuck existed, but the Goofy Gophers, well, they're still being goofy as usual. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 578, Home Tweet Home. And we begin off the 1950s with another solid Sylvester and Tweety cartoon. But this could do better, honestly. Nothing else to say. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 579, Hody Gody Hale. Well, this one has some good animation, but this cartoon, not my forte, I can tell you. But this still has good gags and its moments here and there, but I'm giving this a 7. Number 580, Boobs in the Woods. At first, I thought the title was related to another Mr. and Mrs. The Name-S cartoon, or another cartoon with nudity. Guess I was wrong. This cartoon is actually about Porky painting a landscape, and Daffy Duck, well, being Daffy Duck again. This is an 8.5 out of 10. Number 581, Mutiny on the Bunny. A really good cartoon out there. This is like a sequel to Buccaneer Bunny in a way, and some parts in here made me laugh too. This is a 9 out of 10. Number 582, The Line's Busy. Take this as the third part to Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd in a way, except the buzzer deals with a lion. And some of the gags may not be needed after all, but what do you expect? This is the modern era of Looney Tunes. This is like a 7 out of 10. Number 583, The Scarlet Pumpernickel. I think I first saw Daffy's mom look in there, and it's pretty nice to see Daffy's middle name in there. This cartoon has a great plot and good gags, and therefore tells a good story too, so I'm giving this the 53rd 10 out of 10. Number 584, Homeless Hare. Bugs Bunny is back at it again. Everything about the cartoon is great, to be honest, including the ending, so this is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 585, Strife with Father. Oh dear God, where do I begin? Beaky Buzzard is back at it again, and he is acting utterly brain dead, just like in Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd. But Beaky is probably at his dumbest. But it is still comedic in a way, so which is a good thing. This is a 6.5 out of 10. Number 586, The Hypochondriac Cat. Well, since it is winter solstice at the time I'm recording this, now feels like a good time to rate this film. This is about two mice and a cat suffering from a blizzard, and the cat looks sick. Think of it as Tom and Jerry, but with 2 against 1. But I like the creative gag when the cat turns colors, really impressive. This is also like the nostalgic children's story, A Bad Case of Stripes, in a way. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Number 587, Big House Bunny. I don't get some of the jokes in there, like, this is about Bugs Bunny escaping hunters, then ends up in prison grounds. This is literally the cartoon where Bugs Bunny gets arrested. Oh wait, Rabbit Trouble is also where he gets jailed too in the end. This cartoon is a classic in a good way. Also, there is one gag where Yosemite Sam escapes prison and tries to execute Bugs Bunny, but it fails to work each time. Some of it is not funny too if you ask me. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 588, The Leghorn Blows at Midnight. Literally all Falcon Leghorn, Boneyard Dog, and Henry Hawk cartoon is the same quality and the same gags. But this one's still decent, so this is a 7 out of 10. Number 589, His Better Half. Another solid entry in the catalog, but anyways, this can do better. But I love some of the gags though, so this is a 6 out of 10. Number 590, The Egg Scramble. This cartoon does have its moments, but we are back to seeing Porky woke as a farmer again. And I'm starting to see that the latest Looney Tunes cartoons are starting to get a bit comedic in a way. I don't have a problem with that, and also some of these cartoons are starting to become classics. Oh, and the ending part is also confusing too, so this is a 7.5 out of 10. Number 591. What's up, Doc? Impressive Bugs Bunny cartoon out there. Honestly, this one is probably the best out of all the Hollywood parodies. The rest are just mediocre to downright bad, but this one is well done. Bugs Bunny did really good. This one also debuts the lyrics to Bugs Bunny's signature song, What's Up, Doc? Which is cool if you ask me. This is again the 54th 10 out of 10. Number 592, All Bird. We got here another slow-paced and unfunny cartoon with some cool gags in it. Honestly, I'm not that much of a digger for Sylvester and Tweety cartoons, but some of them are good for, so this is a 5 out of 10. Number 593, 8-Ball Bunny. This is the cartoon where Bugs Bunny takes care of a baby penguin, who looks like he starred in Hollywood, but some of the gags don't work, nothing else to say, so this is a 6 out of 10. Number 594, It's Hummer Time. Another episode of the Oh my god, this is not Sylvester and Tweety cartoons. It's about a Pepe Le Pew lookalike dealing with a hummingbird. Another one of those forgotten Looney Tunes cartoons, but this is an 8 out of 10. Number 595, Golden Eggs. Daffy Duck is back, but this time he lays a golden egg in Porky's farm. But I wonder what the heck eggs are. First, we got Easter eggs, now we got golden eggs. Is this a egg party? I don't know. This one is also solid and decent. Imagine forcing Daffy Duck to lay a golden egg when he doesn't want to. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 596, Hillbilly Hare. Bugs Bunny from the South, anyone? This is about Bugs Bunny in the Ozarks in Arkansas, where he deals with a southerner, and I kinda don't like this cartoon, because I may or may not think that the southerners portrayed in this is stereotypical or racist. And not to mention, it's also about the American Civil War from what I see. But anyways, the gag where Bugs Bunny does the square dance is pretty funny. Nothing else to say. This is a 7 out of 10. Number 597, Doggone South. Okay, 2 Southerners cartoons in a row. This is not what I asked for, but okay, have it your way. But I think this was also kinda set during the late 1800s or early 1900s as well. And once again, I may or may not think that the Southerners portrayed in this is stereotypical or racist, so I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Number 598, Ducksters. Finally! This one is not a Southerner cartoon, but this one is actually very interesting. If you are into game shows, this cartoon is just for you. This cartoon tackles on game shows during the 1950s, but before the majority of the game shows debuted. The popular game shows by the time it came out is What's My Name, What's My Line, Stop the Music, You Bet Your Life, and Beat the Clock. This was years before the game show scandals, emerging with shows like The $64,000 Question, 21, and The Big Surprise. But this one is comedic in every way and the gags land well, so I'm giving this the 55th 10 out of 10. Number 599, A Fractured Leghorn. Like I said, I am not that much of a fan of Foghorn Leghorn, but this one is actually good in a way. This cartoon is actually funny too, so this is an 8.5 out of 10. Number 600, Bunker Hill Bunny. I don't like this cartoon as much. This is like the Revolutionary War, but add Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam into this. I'd say it's historically inaccurate, mostly, and not all that good. This is a 6 out of 10. Alright, with that, part 6 is officially finished. And we've already entered the modern era of Looney Tunes, and from what I know, we are getting some good cartoons, some very decent ones, and some very bad ones, so oh boy. 600 done, 400 left to go. So, for this next part, we're gonna experience some more debut appearances. We're gonna see the first appearance of Granny, Speedy Gonzales, and Clyde, who is known to be Bugs Bunny's nephew. And we're gonna see the final appearance of Inky. And we're also gonna see the first compilation cartoon, and the first cartoon where Wile E. Coyote surprisingly speaks for the first time. And the first one that was animated by Abe Levital before he became a director at Warner Brothers. Oh, and in the next part, we're also gonna see my all-time favorite Looney Tunes cartoon. But I'm not gonna tell you which, you're just gonna have to tune into the next part to find out. And that's it for my ranking video. And if you can, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to me if you haven't done so already. If you want to see my process on my cartoon rankings so far, the Google Docs and Google Sheets link, and my Way2 Music account too, which I'll also rate them on, will be provided in the description. But if you want to do your own version of you rating every Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies cartoon, then that's fine. Please make sure to credit me and some other users for the inspiration too, as I was inspired by other users like Ellisburg and the Hit Critic to do this. All the rankings are based on my personal opinion, and this is only my version of the rankings, so if I stole any of your ideas, then I'm very sorry to hear that. Any feedback will appreciate it. Anyways, with that out of the way, that'll be it for this video, and I won't be ranking any more cartoons until the beginning of 2023. So, expect part 7 to come out at around Martin Luther King Jr. Day or something. Cause I will be taking a break from rain cartoons through the rest of 2022 and throughout Christmas break. But luckily I don't have any school to do in the way, so that'll be it. And I'll see you in the next video.